Hello, it is Lord Haywire again. I am doing D&D map creation. Sorry, I should call it tabletop role-playing game uh, map creation because it's not necessarily for D&D, and I use it for uh, Pathfinder 1, which I run every Wednesday. I don't stream it or anything. Um, Let me check my settings like I always do. I already can tell I have my music up too loud. I can't hear myself at all. I'm like shouting into the wind or whatever they say. All right, we have this looks fine, I guess. This is fine. I did reboot my computer right before this, so any issues that we have will not be caused by that. Take one thing off the list, of issues. Man, some stuff's really slow. But I think we're good. All the settings are set. All right, so I thought I would do something different this time. I know we got a bunch of work to do on the fort on the hill, but I wanted to go back through all my old maps and update them for two reasons. Just to double check that they're set up how I wanted, since I've learned more since I started doing this, and make sure levels works and whatnot. And then the other thing I wanted to do was um, take screenshots of them so I can have screenshots on my Discord or my Reddit, or I don't have a Reddit, but or post on Reddit. And I just wanted to like kind of check on them a little bit and see how they look. And so I'm just going to go through. This is the first map I made ever. And this is, I call this one, what do I call this one? Farms north-south, because I like to know the direction of the road when loading up the map. Because a lot of, I know you can say, this is west and this is east, but I noticed when I was playing, kind of, that's like one of the few things that really throws the party off is like, what direction is it? And they always ask that. What direction are we facing? And oh, this is south. If there was like a big compass you could put in Foundry, that would actually be an awesome thing. If there was a compass you could put on Foundry and say like, look, this is the direction you're facing, because it comes up every time I have a map that doesn't point in the right direction. They say which direction is north. Why are we coming in from this side? Oh, it looks like I already fixed this. I just never imported it. So this has been an issue I had a long time ago where I put this in wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. So I was going to fix it right now. It looks like I already fixed this and I just never exported it. The other thing I wanted to check was how this is set up. Is this a background image? It is a background image. All right, so that's we're gonna also change, not Bridgetown north south. We're not gonna change that one because we can't. I'll tell you why when we get there. But the other ones we're gonna try to make them background images. And this doesn't have levels set up because it doesn't really need it. It has roofs though, so let's check. We might have to redo the roofs to make them. And they also all has beveled corners. You know how my oh shit! I didn't turn on my my oh Jesus Christ! My frame rate stats. It just can't do it. And I think the thing we figured out last time was just turn off my video. Fixed it. So let's do that. Let's turn off my video. You don't need to see me, even though I prefer. Let's see if we can figure another way to do this. I do a lot of hand gestures, and I go like this big. What else can we turn off? Well, let's see. Well, let's let it sit here for a second. It has the bevel corners because before you couldn't turn that off in a DungeonDraft, but now you can. So what other mistakes can we see on here? It has weird stuff. I'm not going to fix these shadows either. There's just nothing I can do about that. You know what I could? Yeah, you know what I think I'll do? These plants are just like sitting on the grass. Let's change that to not just be grass. Let's make it let's see if we can make that a row of dirt. Yeah, that seems like a major change. This one isn't going to have that many changes. It's pretty much how I wanted it. We got the faint thing. We got lighting. Yeah, we'll put some like dirt around the edges. I like this one a lot. We should, what we should do is put lines here. That would take a fucking eternity though. Laziness is one of my predominant features. Yeah, I think these need to be in dirt. Not in just sitting in the grass. I think that's an issue. And then I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna put the screenshot in with the pack, whatever. GitHub. That's the words I want. The GitHub pack stuff. I did put some table stuff in here. That's just a block, so the players can't move through the tables. I didn't do it on beds, but I noticed the players tend to like to, when they're in a fight, go up on the beds. Man, I guess I could do walls on all these. This, though, I don't think I'm going to do a wall on. That would be so many lines. Holy shit. And you know, you could actually do a terrain wall. That would actually be kind of interesting. Yeah, we should do terrain walls here. Anyways, let's go back to start here, and we'll try to remember. So I already fixed that thing, which I guess I've done other changes to this. And I just never exported it. I'm always talking about the, yeah, see, this rug has a shadow. I'm not going to fix all the shadows. That would take too much effort. Yeah, they all have those bevel corners. I fucking hate the bevel corners. Hate them. Targets. All right, so let's start with that. Since I'm always messing with terrain. Oh, I also put an edge on this. I've never done this since then. It looks pretty good, but I don't feel like it was worth the time to put this edge in. All right, so let's go to terrain brushes, and I think we're using that dirt. Let's see how this looks. I think this needs dirt. I didn't really think about it when I was doing it before, but I don't think it needs that dirt. Wet mud. No! Oh, good God, what did I just do? Oh, Jesus Christ. Rock tiles. Let's turn on 8 more. And let's put... Yeah, now I'm not losing. I wonder what causes it. I don't know. I'm not losing frame rates now. And my face is still on here. This is using an older version of Forgotten Adventures, and actually I'm going to change that in here. We don't need the Star Sector mod list. I keep all this. If you play Star Sector, I have all my mods, a mod list, and all the mods packed together. So you can just download them all if you're into Star Sector. Where's my README? I don't think that I need this to be this way. In fact, I know it doesn't need to be this way. We're just gonna say, get rid of this here. Adventures. Version 2. All right. So version 2 and version 3 aren't compatible, but I started this so long ago, and I'll clean up this one too. Here. We'll just do it right now. Get rid of some of this crap. I know how this works now. I didn't know how it worked back then. I thought that it would matter if I copied over new like I thought each asset might change, but Forgotten Adventures doesn't do that to us. They're nice about it. So, we got another one in here. Wait. Which one did I say was 2? Oh, that's the wrong one. This one should be 2, and this one should be 3. Make that README page a little less long. So let's do some. So that's why I have so much fewer, many fewer. I don't know. I want mud, but I don't. Well, not mud. I want dirt. Is that the same as this other one? It's not the same. It's very similar. No, it is the same. What is the one I just picked? This one. Wow, that is some... Is that gonna work? That might actually work. Let's see here. Don't like it. So basically, every map will continue to be improved. There's no way to make a map where it's done forever. There's dirt B. Where's dirt A look like? That looks too... I think I might have to use mud. That looks too flat. Let's use mud. What mud did I do? B2. Wet mud B2. I don't want it to be the same as that other mud I used. Here we go. That looks pretty good, and it's different than that one. I don't know why I want it different. I just do. So what we're gonna do is just make this look like there's actual, this is like a farming area, not just some plants plopped on top. Like I said, this is the first map I ever did. And what's a bummer is that as I make maps, they become more and more complicated. It kind of becomes a pain in the ass later. But I think this will work. Let's make this bigger here. I think this will work. We can just make this look more like farms. Because that was so my players were getting to a farming area. Yeah. So the players were getting to like a farming area, and I needed a map, so that's why I started. Making maps. And I didn't like any of the maps that I could find online because they were too small. That's the issue. Is my players like to have big maps. This also needs some like paths. I don't know why I was stingy on the paths. I usually am a big path person. Man, that looks kind of brown or like grayish, but you know. I'm gonna do this. Picked music to listen to. I did this, and it was just a test. And now I'm listening to them. I'm glad I picked it. It's the Dickies. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. They're older punk rock band. And let's put along here. I'm a big fan of what I call desired path. It's the way that people walk when they want to get somewhere, even though there's no path. Oh, it looks like I put some rocks in here too. And then let's put a little bit here. Maybe I thought I was getting too hardcore with the path, so I was like, no, let's not use paths everywhere, but I think it needs some paths. They're gonna walk there. It's real big, so I can do less work. It'd be kind of cool if you had a square brush. I never thought about that until just now, but yeah, that would be nice. A square brush. I always gotta double check everything, but yes. Oh, there was another blast of drop frames. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I don't understand. It only happens like really bad like this when I do DungeonDraft and Foundry at the same time. And I wanted like a darker color soil to make it look like it was more rich. I don't know if this makes it look like it's more rich or if it makes it look like it's not rich at all. But that looks better than just having it sitting on top. It looked like it was just sitting on top of the other stuff, the grass. And so this is a thing I do too. When I lay out a full map with like grass, you can see that it's like the same pattern right there. The more shit you put in on top of it, the less of the pattern you can see. Just gonna make this back to my rule of letting up on the, you know, I guess it'd be easier if I did this smaller. I don't think this one has a pitchfork. I think that was the other thing that was weird about this. All right, I'm losing frames while I'm doing this. Can I look at the other screen and do this at the same time? Probably not. That's okay if this one, we're gonna put a path over here. It needs a path around the outside. So this doesn't have to be perfect, but let's save this. And then we're gonna do a path here. I think I'm gonna do a path all the way around. Where are these, this is like the inn. Where are these drunks fucking taking a piss? Right in the back, behind the place. We might want to put in an outhouse here. There are no windows in here. I didn't like how that one little side went, so there's no windows in this place. That's weird. This inn doesn't have any windows. Maybe I didn't have windows options. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the portal tool. Yeah, it's weird. It like has a burst of like no frames and then it's fucking fine again for a while. I thought I was, it is. It's like when I zoom in and out. Yeah. Yep. I could, just doing that caused it. Fucking piece of shit program. I was trying to think about how they even troubleshoot that. Like, how do they figure that out when you're developing a game? Is this the color shit I used? It is. Oh, these are little tiny windows. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, no, that makes sense. Okay. Because this is like a frontier-ish area. I think I want this mud to be more muddy over here. I think I want this to kind of, this path would turn into a muddy mess. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the other way around. Let's do it like this. And there really are no bathrooms over here. So back to the desired path thing. I don't think people would, you know, walk all the way around. I think they would cut closer to here because they're fucking lazy. Man, that is a vast improvement. Just putting dirt down there. I'm not sure the dirt is the best. The dirt I picked is the best, but it is a vast improvement. I probably should have picked the mud that matched with that. Should I do that? No, because it's supposed to be like, you know, they added fertilizer and shit to it, man. All right. Yeah, vast improvement. Whoa. I mentioned this before, but I wonder how much people get paid to do this, and like if this is their job. It's such a weird. How many maps did you get done? I'm saying this another shirt. Like the boss coming down. How many maps did you make? Did you put enough fucking pumpkins in? I like pumpkins. That type of shit. I don't like your mud color selection. Can you go back and fix all the fucking mud? Actually, I kind of like this going into that thing. How's this look? Yeah. A little mud, a little grass. This shit would be muddy. You know it would be muddy, that farmer. Yeah, I think I put, in fact, I think you can see it. No, I didn't. I think this might be two trees. No, I kind of do like these trees and their different shit there. Oh man, that was all one? I made a mistake. Good God, I gotta teach myself to do little clicks. I know I talk about it. What's the do as I say, not as I do? Man, a square one actually would be a really good tool. I can't believe I never thought of that before. A square brush. Just make sure there isn't one. Back to how the updates are done on here. I was surprised there wasn't a hot fix update released. There we go. I'm gonna save this. I gotta change my music. I don't want to hear this song. Oingo Boingo. I like Oingo Boingo a lot, but I just don't want to listen to this particular song. Let's do some Wolf Parade. I haven't listened to them in a while. Get my stats back up. Now it says everything's beautiful. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, but how do they find like memory leaks and stuff? Do they have a program that like records how it affects the computer in the background, and then how do they? What do they? It must be a difficult process trying to figure. Man, this is way too loud. Difficult process trying to figure out why your memory is going crazy or whatever. The GPU is being used too much. And I bet that's why indie developers, it's probably, costs money and time and effort. And I bet that's why indie developers have such crappy optimization, is they can't afford it or they don't know how to do it. It's probably, there's probably some person who does that specifically, at big AAA things, big AAA studios. There's a person who just fucking optimizes. Okay. There we go. We're almost done with this. I don't think there's much left to fix. Well, then we'll go through Foundry and we'll put in all these fucking walls and stuff. I think I want this a little bigger. It's tempting to put a path down. All the way around that, but I don't think I'm going to. Then we'll screenshot it and it'll be ready for Reddit in my Discord. Make this a little. And it's okay if it's off a little bit because that's how, nature. Yeah, I've noticed that when I started streaming, indie games definitely have a lot more issues streaming and not losing frames. I couldn't remember. I thought this is one tile, each one of these things, and I couldn't remember that. I didn't remember that. I was like, man, I laid down each one of these lines all individually like that, but no, these are big square tiles. It's alright if this turns into one big mud pit. I hadn't let up on the button that whole time. That was dumb. I'm glad there was no major mistakes there. See, if there's, see, I don't like these rounded corners on here that much. It just doesn't look how, I guess it's fine. Sometimes I think I'm overly critical on stupid shit. In fact, I know I am. So, then the next map we'll do is the Western Town one. That one's going to be easier then. We'll just make this mud pit go all the way over. Maybe not 100%. Western Town should be easy. Oh shit, I never hit. I was gonna, on Discord, I was gonna hit that I was streaming on the Foundry thing. Let's do that. It's there. Hopefully I post in the right place. There we go. Alright, oh, we gotta do this side. This is like kind of, so I always mention that I like, one of the other reasons I started streaming my map making is because it's very relaxed. Like this part is so relaxed, holy shit. You just like sit here, you know, you just hold down the button, kind of wave it around. It's easy. Relaxed as shit. What else we got? We got those. I'm double checking to make sure I didn't miss any. You know, let's change this. This is supposed to be where they're standing to shoot. Their arrows at these targets down here. But it's kind of like put a little path. They don't walk that frequently down here, but they would walk along here. They're not going to go to the road, just like I was talking about. You know, we could put, you know, we could put here too if we have one. This is that older stuff. Is that an arrow right there? No, that's a torch. Put an arrow. Man, those are hard to see. I actually wish they didn't have colorful arrows. I don't want to, I just want a standard old arrow. I mean, I know I can just adjust it over here, but it doesn't remember, so I can't. I gotta pick something, and then I have to remember, and it's usually like a green one. You can see them a little better. I was hoping to find, like, just a, here we go. Turn snap off. Bad shot is what we're gonna do here. There we go. A little bad shot over there from somebody, you know, and way off. You know what, let's put it the other direction though. Way off target. Here's the targets down there. Some drunk watchmen. There we go. All right, back to the train tool. I just want to make this more trod upon. And I've tried to put lines and stuff down here. I haven't found a good way to do it. They need a drawing tool as well, where it's just see, this is the issue with this thing here, with this border too. They need a drawing tool where you can just draw like a line. I know it seems weird. I've done like cloth, I've done all sorts of stuff. But let's see, we got this, we got that, we got that, we got that. That's good, that's good. I don't think we need to turn this map into a levels map. We could, but we'll see when we get over there. This is good. It's like a home of a wizard or something there. Yeah, now I'm getting frame issues again. Doesn't make any sense when it happens. And now I'm like behind time or like frozen on the other side. I'm completely frozen over there. In fact, I've lost connection. Crazy. Is there anything else I can turn here? And there it's back. It just totally, completely lagged out. Let's see if we turn that whole thing off. That's so weird. DungeonDraft's such a piece of shit. Nope. Alright, let's do this then. We'll turn off my camera like I did, and that helped a little bit last time. And reset that thing. It just does something and it starts to fucking grind. Turn on my task manager here. Yep, DungeonDraft is using 80% of the GPU. 80%, 82%. Because it's a shitty program. Fucking DungeonDraft. You can suck my dick. Anyways, we're gonna keep using it here. I'm restarting this other thing. Yeah, so if you're gonna use DungeonDraft, be prepared for it to just grind. It grinds all the time. I cannot run it while I'm running a game. I was gonna update a map real quick while I was running a game, and it just, I don't know what they're called. I don't know if it's a memory leak or what, but what is this here? This just ends right here. I don't like that. Let's make this a little. I think what I was going for is they would hang out here, but it needs like a little more girth to it. You know what I was also thinking is we could put, since I'm using the water tool, we can put a skeleton, a skelly. There's no skellies in this. This is the older version of the Forgotten Adventures, so. And if I try to update it, it will break my map. Maybe some body parts? What do we got down here? Oh, right, this is the dead horse one. For some reason, there's a ton of dead horses. I don't know why there's so many different types of dead horses in the Forgotten Adventures. Let's see. Bones, maybe, might be a category. Bones. B-O. No, we were just over there. Skeletons. This search isn't very reliable, is why I'm looking manually. Skeletons. That thing's quite large. Turn this back on. Fucking DungeonDraft has recovered from its insanity of just grind. Just fucking grind. So, let's go back to this. Let's like put a little skelly in here. I don't quite like this that much. The skelly's huge. Look at that. Each one of these, the grid's 5 feet. A large skeleton. Do we have any scale on? Here, this one is what we want. Let's scale him down, though. It's still quite a large skeleton. Well, actually, if that's 5 feet, and he's a large skeleton, but I'm going to put him underneath this. Let's do the below water level, and we'll just put him like he was crawling out. See if anybody notices. I also put stuff in my maps just to see if my players notice. One of them, I put a sock. It's not an actual sock, but right there, just to see if anyone would notice. He did notice. Someone did notice. They said, "What is that?" I said, "It's a sock." It's not actually a sock, but yeah. All right. Let's save this guy. We fixed everything that was mine issues here. This one should, like I said, should be easy to fix. And I think we are fixed with it. I probably would turn this border off if I was to do this again, if I can. I don't think I can. Maybe I can. He has that new water. Yeah, this was in there. Oh. No, that looks worse. I would do this water differently, but I'm not going to redo this whole map. I just wanted to fix up what little minor issues it had. Let's export this guy over. Oh, Jesus Christ. Again? Dungeon Draft? It's such a shitty program. We're going to export it over the top of my... What am I looking at here? Of this one. We're just going to go for here. Grid off, 100, custom, 100, ground level, WP, export, and where is this putting it? Wrong place, close enough though. We want this farm north-south, farm north-south. And in Foundry, do we have this loaded? We do. We want to load this blank thing. Yeah, it's shockingly bad how, you know, the update since last time made it worse. So whatever he did last time, Megasploot did to update this, it's so bad that I almost wish I switched programs. And I've thought about it many times. The thing that Forgotten Realms use, or Forgotten Adventures, I'm Googling it. Forgotten Adventures. They use something that starts with an S, and I'm going to look up what it's called. It's like an actual real... It's a real... design purpose. Because see how long it's Clip Studio Paint is what they use. And I'm tempted sometimes to switch over because I would guess that it does not have this grind issue. Yeah, now it's grinding again. It doesn't have this grind issue like Dungeon Draft does. It's just Dungeon Draft's so poorly written. It's fucking spaghetti. Yep, there it goes again. Out of control. I'm literally haven't even done anything. And it just ground the whole thing to shit. You probably can't even hear me right now. Nothing's happening. I stopped talking because it's there we go, we're back. We're back. Alright. Yeah, it just grinds, it just keeps using up 100%. It tries to use up as much as it can of the GPU, and I know this is it says it's using 3D too, which is just what? Yeah, it tries to use all of the GPU all of the time, which is not how programs work. Like, I can run games on Ultra and they don't use all of the GPU. So, yeah, and this is much worse than it used to be since I updated it last time. And it's almost to the point where I can't stream this we want this one, we want Foundry. I can't stream Dungeon Draft because it's so bad. Alright, so I overwrote the background tile on this one, so we will see if it actually did it. Yes, so it has all the dirt and stuff on there. So what I'm going to do, it takes so long for Dungeon Draft to open though. I was going to say I'll close, you know what, I'm going to close it just so that it doesn't fucking grind the world. Oops, let's hope I saved it. Grind the world down to a halt. And I probably can turn my camera back on too, now that it's off. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a bunch of walls here. And what I was thinking earlier, now that we fixed this thing was fixed. I don't think I'm going to draw walls on this because I'm trying to think. This is supposed to be like rows of corn or wheat. Wheat, I mean, not corn. I don't know how tall that gets in real life. How tall is wheat? It's not that tall. But the corn, I definitely want to draw lines to. So I think there's going to be an easy way to do this. And I think we're also going to want train walls. So how train walls work is you only can see through one train wall at a time. So if we put a token down, they'll be able to see through that. But if we put a token down, they won't be able to see through this one. And I think that kind of will work with how corn works, you know, like you can see through it to a point. It shouldn't be a completely dead wall. Whoops. It should be you can see through some of it. So I'm gonna try to make this. Is this gonna work? That works. Make this lazy. I am, if anything, I am very lazy. So I try to make this as lazy as possible. And then we'll put a token on here. And level seems to be in effect there. I don't think we need levels to be there, but let's put a token. Yep, all my frame rate issues are gone because of fucking Foundry. All right, yeah, so you can't see. Ooh. That, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Is it nighttime right now in this map? I believe it is nighttime. Or this map isn't set up right. This map isn't set up right. Like I said, this is the first map I made. Farms north-south. We want to have it so that it can unrestricted range. So and when the daytime they can see forever. And then I just change this to 0.05 and turn this on, and that will fix. If I turn it to nighttime, that actually works pretty good. That wasn't one of my original intention, but that actually works pretty good. Fucking Dungeon Draft. You turn it off and everything works great. Alright, I gotta delete this guy. Hear me bitching and moaning about Dungeon Draft all the time. It's because it's a shitty program. And I think I'm gonna have to switch to a different program. I can't stand that it does that, and I can't open it while I'm running a game because so I was running a game and they were having some long conversation that I didn't give a shit about. I'm the DM. And I was gonna fix a map and I couldn't do it because it ground them to a halt. I go back to train things. So it's kind of a pain when I can't even open it while we're playing. My computer is pretty good. It's not like, no, it's pretty fucking amazing actually. It's kind of a beast. It should easily be able to handle Dungeon Draft. And these not being lined up is actually okay to me because it will change a little bit of how like, I don't like everything to be perfect. Because if everything's perfect, then in life everything isn't perfect. So there we go. We got all those lined up. That last one. Oh. Yeah, no, that works. And the only issue with this will be is if a player wants to move this way. Let's see what happens there. I'm pretty sure they cannot do that. Yeah, they can't do that. So you would have to drag them over as the DM. You'd have to move them. But that's fine. They're gonna ruin this guy's poor corn. Yeah, that actually works surprisingly well. All right, what other things we want to fix here? Let's delete this guy because I don't forget. Clip Studio. There's got to be another map making thing. Oh, what was that? Damn it. I wonder, it's in my history. I wonder if I can bring this up. Someone brought this up. One of my friends. What was that? Was that yesterday? There was a was that yesterday? What is today? Saturday? I think that was yesterday. Can I search this thing? Map. There was a yeah, it was yesterday because I see the other searches we talked about. Kickstarter for this map creation tool. That's really far away. Man, I can't remember what it's called. Let me see if I can Google another way and I'll bring it over here. Kickstarter Dungeon Alchemy. Here we go. This thing won its Kickstarter. And $2.5 million. Holy shit. Blows my mind. But let's see if they have it in this thing. We'll mute it so I can talk. Basically, it does all this shit for you. And if it works correctly, I have a feeling this is going to be smoke and mirrors, though. And it might, like that looks pretty good, but it might look like shit. Oh, that bed doesn't look very good. But anyways, if that starts working ever, I might switch to that for my, because sometimes I need to make maps really quick. You know, my players are like, yeah, let's go explore this castle. And I'm like, what? You're not supposed to do that. So I need to pop out a castle really quick. And generally, right now, I've just been drawing lines on everything. But I got to come up with a better solution than DungeonDraft. It's causing too many issues. I can't stream with it because it's so blown out of proportion. We got lines there. Maybe I'll try that Clip Studio. What is it called? Clip Studio Paint. For PC users, it costs $50 though. Well, I already paid $50 for DungeonDraft, and that's a piece of shit program. So, all right. Let's see here. This is done. I think this is done. Trying to look for. Let's look at lighting. Let's look at lighting. Oh, that was what I was going to look at is the roofs. Let's look at the roofs first. Foreground layers. So I have all. I don't think I need to use level. So actually, how we'll test that is, can we put a cat on this roof? I can't. So we need to use levels. All right. So we're gonna set this up from scratch for levels, and we're gonna redo all the roofs, which is gonna suck. But that's what we're gonna do. All right. I have a hotkey that I set up down here called that toggles the level UI, and it comes in. If you look in the compendium, there's a levels somewhere, levels macros, and you can just pop that puppy open and it's right there. I don't know what these other things are. I should probably fuck with them at some point. But it turns on this little UI right here, make this a little better, bigger. I mean, you can, there's an edit button, you can add a level, and we're gonna need 2 levels. And that's it. Just 2 levels. And you know what I was thinking about, and maybe I'll do it on this map. We're gonna add a 3rd level. I was thinking about flying creatures the other day. And flying creatures, there's a way to do it with levels where flying creatures are actually going to be easy for the character. You're going to have to look up that thing for how to calculate a one side of a triangle. I forget what that's called, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, the first level is going to be the ground floor. Ground. And it's going to be 0 through 9. The second level is going to be, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be the roofs. It's going to be 10 through whatever. We'll say 19. And then the third level is going to be 10 through, whoops, it's going to be flying creatures. And it's going to be 10 through let's say 500. I've never done one that big, so we'll see if that causes this shit to fall apart. And this is like the edit button, so I turned off edit. So to edit, you click that, you click that. Now we have the different levels going. I didn't actually want to close that. Just want it up here. The ground level is this one, and I set this up as a background, so it's gonna be that one regardless, I believe. I usually don't use backgrounds, but we'll see how this works. The roofs are here, but we can't see them, and so we need to fix that. We need to change the roofs. Oh, they're gone. It's this weird thing because I'm using the old. They're gonna be on the ground level, actually, is where they're gonna be. You gotta click around here until you find it. Find it eventually. I've done this a million times. Now maybe we need this one. It might be this weird thing. Let's put this in after. Oh, yeah, I know what another issue we're gonna have too. Every time you do a levels thing, you're gonna want to go to this button. You need to wall off the edges of the scene or it doesn't work. And I put it, I don't know if this is necessary, but I put it on all the different levels. So there we are. And then we'll go back to I need to get it. Basically what I'm trying to do is make it so I can select the roof wherever the fuck it is. Whoops, wrong button. There's a way to do it. You usually have to click around for a while. Maybe not, because this was not levels enabled before. If I turn this off, there it is. Yeah, so that's infinite. I don't know why this polygon looks like that. So we're going to change this. The top level is going to be infinite and the bottom level is going to be 10. Is that right? Let's put a tile on here and make sure, or put a token on here and make sure. Put a token on the ground floor. I should have all these settings fucking memorized by now. And we're gonna right click and put this guy at 10. Now he should be able to walk on the roof. Perfect, except he can't see off the edge of the roof. No, this is not perfect. He's inside the building. All right, the walls are fucked up is what's going on. So we're gonna go back to the walls here. These are probably infinite. Yeah, and these are probably infinite too. Yep. We don't want that. Whoa, we don't want that either. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna select these walls. And couldn't I just do all the walls at once? No, it's gonna fuck up all the doors and shit too. Man, this is gonna be a lot more work than I thought it would be. So first we're gonna change the height of all these walls. They're gonna only go to 10. The top is gonna be, or 9, and this is gonna be 0. The bottom 0. But when I update this, it's gonna ruin all my doors and shit. So this is gonna be a window. This is a window. None. And I always do this, it's probably dumb, but whoops. Light restriction, is that new? I always put limited. Huh, I think that's a new option. I haven't, since Foundry updated, I haven't done a thing, mess with walls in a while. Sound restriction, limited. I always do that, I don't know why. I don't think it even matters, but that's a window and this is a window here. We want none, and we want none, and we want limited. The why I do that is because I believe what I want it to be, I think it acts like the terrain walls where, this is a door, where, I don't know what this external wall thing, it is an external wall, but I don't know what that matters. Put the cat back in. So if you have a audio source in here, it will, it will limit this to you can't hear it if there's another audio source. Oh, there's another cat. All right, this is now fixed. And that cat's supposed to disappear. This other cat is supposed to disappear if you, it's like using the angle to see it. So that's fixed. Let's double check that though. So I think with the limited sound, if you could hear it normally here, but if you're like in another one over here, you can't hear it. So that's why I do the limited sound, but I don't actually know if it. Oh, I also did the roofs differently than I normally do the roofs on this one because this is the first map I made. Make sure the cat can go inside, and that everything works. And we'll delete the cat, and then we'll go fix every other goddamn building here. So we can see it there. Well, let's fix the walls first. Let's go on a wall fixing spree here. Nine, 0. And we go through and fix all the windows and stuff. I don't know how many times I've fixed all these windows. I wonder if, now that I have DungeonDraft turned off, I'm going to turn music back on. And here we go. Reset all my stuff to make sure that I reset my frame rate stats whenever I change anything to see if, like, now I'm all of a sudden shit happening. Limited update. This is the first, so all my other ones I used levels to start with, so I shouldn't have to update all my walls again. And need to update this roof. Let's do all the walls first, then we'll go back and update all the roofs. You know what, though? I think, no, this one is not. Man, they made it so I have an additional click I gotta do. Whoa. Did I do that with that other one? No. Because they had that light restriction. Makes sense to have more options, but maybe it would be nice if you could link them together. Maybe you already can, and I just don't know how. Limited. The door doesn't match very well. It's close enough, but in a perfect world, I would do it better. Probably not, actually. Doors and stuff, you can hardly tell when you're doing it, and when you're a player, you can't tell that shit. This one probably is up for infinite as well here. None, none, none. Wall both directions. Yes. So this is supposed to be a fence. And actually, do we want 6 feet? Let's say like 9 feet's a tall fence. Let's do 6 feet. This is gonna make it even weirder. 6 feet's still pretty tall. That's like up to my face or above my face. I'm 6 feet tall, so that seems like pretty high. This is for horses. Let's not make it 6 feet. Let's put 4 feet. That's like chest high. That still seems pretty high too. We'll do that anyways. That one there. Oh wait. No, this is different. This is a door. I was gonna say I didn't have to update those other things, but these are an actual door. And a druid spot. We changed them all to a window somehow. That was not the plan. And when I started this, I dawned on me the reason why I have all these small windows is because this is supposed to be like a frontier area, so they don't have like big glass windows like my other maps because they're worried about getting attacked. They can hold up in their house, you know. They got arrow slits. We got a door. Those, we're gonna have to fix all these things, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're all infinite, infinite. We can put in here, well, actually, we'll do that now. We're gonna put in these trees. I always do a level with, for just the trees alone. And, you know, if we're gonna put in a level for flying creatures, let's do this. Let's make it 0. How tall is a tree normally? How tall are these trees in my backyard? They're fucking tall. Let's say 50 feet. This one should probably be like 100 feet. So let's do 100 feet. Let's do 50 feet. We'll compromise. And then we'll add in, we're going to go back to this, and we'll see if this works. Not 1,000 feet. Wow, what did I do? 500? 500 sounds good. Then we'll turn off this edit thing. I don't think this is, I'm using this the way it was intended, so we're going to have to test this. But back to our ground level here, and back to, that one we fixed, so we're on to this one here. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break, and a quick smoke break. I'm going to put this, I'm going to reset my thing, turn this puppy on, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Okay, I am back. Let's turn off this thing. The break timer. And still not a dropped fucking frame. Goddamn dungeon draft. What was I doing? We were fixing roofs. Did I fix this one? Easy to find out. Nope. Or fixing walls, not roofs. You could do in each individual section. Wait, that's not what I'm doing. But I think it's probably this probably faster. So hopefully if you're in this building blasting music, you can't hear it in this building with this limited sound thing. That's why I do that, but I don't know if it actually does anything. Let's do a door. I mean, it's not really a 10-foot door. I kind of want to lock this door. Oh, I can't do it from here. If I remember to do it later, here's another door. I'll probably forget though. Light restriction, that's an interesting option. I wonder if I should check out my druid tree. Probably not. I think it should be fine. I do wish they were a different color for if you have different settings, like even just minimal different settings, because then you can tell easier if I fucked up one. All right. Let's lock this door real quick and go back to our wall tool. Oh, the beveled walls. Whoops. Negative infinity. This is a door. Good old door. Limited. Yeah, this is very mellow. This is relaxing. I can do this for a while. I'm still frustrated with DungeonDraft though, because man, it really throws a cramp into my life that it's so shitty. So I always compare like which one's better, better written, DungeonDraft or Foundry. Foundry is way better comparatively. It doesn't have the weird frame drops or the weird grind on the graphics card. It doesn't do any of that stuff. Like if it starts grinding, it's because I made my map too big and have too many walls. Like that's my fault, not a. I mean, they should optimize it as well, but you know they say don't make your maps as big as I'm making them. So that's not. Oh, we got some issues in here, huh? Can we do this? We'll have to go back and fix those. We're gonna have to make these. That's just so the party can't walk in there. We'll have to go through and fix that there too. No, you know what? 0 through 9 is fine for them. Oh, except now they're normal walls. We'll fix them. The support, though, for Foundry is pretty crappy. I actually think I might write it like a... It's because they have Discord. I might write like an article about how Discord is destroying support. It's actually a detriment to your support because people start counting on the community to solve the issues of people, and they're not actually solving any issues. They're just saying it isn't an issue. You're the issue. All right. We got 2 doors. I set this as okay, it's 1 giant door. All right. Just double. I can't remember. I made this like a year ago. Well, the good thing is all the limited sound things will be turned on. I think I only did it on some of them before. This is a door. This is not a locked door though. All right, let's fix these guys. These are just going to be a different type. They are going to be Movement restriction normal. None, none, none. And same with this guy. None, none, none. All right, what's next? Did I do that one? Yep, that's the one I started with. All right, now let's go fix these roofs. And how did we do that? We turned off this. This should be overhead, be 10, and infinity. Show through file, roof, blocks, vision, and lights. You can do this mask out cut thing, but I never got it to work reliably. You know, it was weird there. Look at the polygon. Wonder if I can define a polygon. Select the walls you wish to use for the polygon, then click the define button. Did that do anything? It jumped me to the wall tool. That worked, sort of. Wonder if, let's see if this polygon, I don't know why these polygons are fucked up. Define polygon. Update. And this should be on the roof level. It is, oh, we're on the wrong thing here. But I can't select it. All right, so that does fix it. Now I know how to do it, fix the polygons on my other map. My other map has just crazy polygons everywhere. And gotta turn that off. 10. This is all, I'm doing all this just so that players can get on the roofs, because that's like I don't know why my players don't ever do it, but I, as a player, I'm like, can we crawl on that roof and hide on there? Like, you know, you want to be able to hide on the roofs. And show in below. We got to define this guy. No, we didn't have to. Sorry. Did I fuck something up? That one was fine. Yeah, so if that other tool allows you just to quickly draw, like I said, I'm not sure that that's not going to be a rug pull. Do they have any proof that they've done any work? It might be amazing. If it isn't a rug pull, it might be amazing. That one's already fixed too. Then this one's okay. I thought about adding some basements and stuff to this, but I decided this map is actually very similar to my other map. The other map's just much more complicated, so I decided that I probably am not going to add anything to this map. It just makes, I'll just keep working on that original map. All right, I think I got all of the roofs. Now we're going to do the trees. Why does it seem that, oh, because there's light right there. I was like, why does it seem like the light's coming out through here? Because it is. It's supposed to be. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that's on the other thing. Can't do it that way. All right. So I think though, this shouldn't be showing these on the ground floor. Oh, maybe it is because they're set for infinite. I'm not a big fan of that. we turn this off, will they go away? No. I want to take a screenshot of them without the roofs on. How am I going to do that here? There we go. So let's get this pause button out of here. I'm going to take a screenshot. Gonna go. Oh, I can't go out backwards anymore. All right, let's take it. Is there a grid? I can't see the grid. Let's take a screenshot of this. I highly recommend this program called Screenshot. I'm an IT manager and I install it on all of my work computers. I'm like a walking advertisement. I hate advertisements. Man, it is hard to get this last little section in here. I got a new mouse recently. I'm going to blame it on that, not my... There we go. You can like send it to Outlook, OneNote, all this stuff, but I usually just open an image editor and make sure that my screenshot looks how I want it. And you can delete out, see how there's a cursor in there? There it is. So I'm going to save this in that same folder. Oh, shit. We got that thing in there. Let's make this go away. This is a weird levels thing where it does stuff like this occasionally. It's selected on something. Probably a wall. Yeah, it was a wall. Close levels out. Move this over again. Print screen. We'll bump the version number of this too. Pretty high. I don't want to mess with this map ever again. It's like my goal is once I'm done with the map, I'm done. That's close enough. Delete off that guy and save as. We're going to put this in screenshots. This is going to be Farms North. Fucking no one likes spaces in this day and age. South. Feb 12th. 2022. Got to come up with a standardization and just stick with it. All right. Then I'm going to actually post that in Discord. Maybe I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'm gonna post it in my Discord. All right. So this map is pretty much done, except I want to record the lighting I used. Oh wait, no, it's not. We gotta fix the trees still, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about with the. Wow, the lighting has a height, huh? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to fix all the lighting. Look at this. 2 lights right next to each other. Does this actually affect anything though? Let's put this cat here. Is there a window? There is a window there. Let's do this. Let's make it dark times. So I love that this thing in Foundry. You know, the other thing I always change on all my maps now are I always turn this off, and I highly recommend turning this off. If you leave it open and the players get too much information from it. I was talking about this another one. Like secret doors are worthless if you have that not turned on. They can always find them. It just kind of ruins the feeling. All right. So even though this is infinite, it doesn't really seem to impact what's going on. Let's make this a flying cat now. Where are you, flying cat? Oh, this flying cat has dark vision. Let's put you up to 10. And let's turn off your dark vision. Has vision. Low light modifier. Where the fuck is dark vision turned on now? Is it this? Bright. 0. Alright, so the light is coming through the walls because it's infinite tall. Infinite tall. Put this back at 0. It seemed like it wasn't doing that. Alright, so we're gonna fix the lighting too. We're gonna have to fix a lot of lighting. That's gonna suck. It should be like that. And should be like that. That's quite a perfect line there, huh? I think we got a lighting issue over here too. We'll fix both these. So let's fix this. Let's do this first. We don't need him to be infinite tall here. Can I select? Nope. Can't select shit with a, I gotta go to each light. So that isn't the end of the world. We're gonna do this fast though. And the fast way to do this, and we'll record what type of light I'm using here too. Is this what I used before? I need, not that, I want code. This is my water, because it doesn't, DungeonDraft doesn't save the water, so I had to record all that crap. I thought I put lighting somewhere. Oh, it's going to be under the Foundry README. Is this the same? It's not the same. I fucked with the lighting a lot, so let's see, torch and lantern. All right, I made them the same, the torch, lantern, and candles. So let's see what that updated light source does. Which one was I looking at here? Well, that one's a black light. That one's not set up right in the first place. Or that one's red. Okay, it must have been this. This must have been the one I updated, but it's fucked up. Oh, I'm missing the pound sign. Wow, I went with that orange color? All that fucking around with lighting, and that's the color I picked? And this should also be... Alright, we don't want it to be infinite. We want it to go to 10 and 0. I thought this roof was set to block lighting, though. Block vision and lighting. I think it's because I think there was a mistake in there. So let's put the, where'd my cat go? Let's make this, well, where was my cat? It was over here somewhere. I can't see it, it's too dark. Did I delete it? Oh, there's something over here. Here it is. Let's delete it. I gotta always remember to delete the test stuff. I always find them later. All right, back to my test cat with no vision at all here. Oh, let's put in the low light vision. Do you really have bright vision too? Seems kind of pointless to have two with the same. You do. Let's put you of no. Let's name you test normal vision. Low light We got a low light, normal vision, and a. All right, let's normal vision this guy. We got to change his name here. All right, he can't see shit except for that. Didn't we? Let's go back to the lights. There's only one light in here? All right, go inside this building. Whoops, I locked it. That is not what I wanted to do. Wanted to open it up. All right, I guess orange was the right selection. Huh. All right. This is a dark room. Man, this will be great when I get players who don't have dark vision. They all have dark vision. They all, let's put this low light spider in here too and see what it looks like to him. Yep. That's how it should look. I think. So I'm making one of these, the main one here. 1010 color intensity. We want to make sure it also is set to like torch or whatever. Torch. There isn't like a candle one. So I use torch. What are my advanced options? I don't know what that shit is. And the radius is 5, which is what a candle is in. Let's double check it. Also gives off. Oh, it gives off 5 dim? Is that what it is in Pathfinder? Pathfinder. Oh, wait. You know, I put it in my notes. 10 dim, 5 bright. So this was wrong in the first place. 10 dim, 5 bright. And this is for a candle. So let's put this dude back into action here. The normal vision guy. Alright, that looks right. Alright, so in this guy, because he has dim vision, see how it's coming out the windows? Perfect. Or low light vision, or whatever the fuck they call it. This is a little weird. Wonder what that little... I guess that's a circle. There's another candle right here. Alright, that works though. Let's delete my test guys, because I'll forget. And now what we're gonna do, first things, well, let's actually, we gotta check one more thing here. We're gonna need to put this guy and make him fly up at 10. Alright, what is this fucking thing? Alright, but that one, we can't see that one, so that solves that problem. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna delete all of these other lights. Every light in the place that is a candle is what we're gonna delete first. I can't tell though, because shit is in the way. That's a lantern. Here, we'll be able to tell from that. This is probably a candle. These little guys are all candles. This is not a candle. What the fuck is this? It's a lantern. This is a candle. No, that's a stove. We might mess with that one later. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Coming through the dark and seeing that shit? Yes. This one's special. This one actually might be able to be infinite now. It's going to be a circle, a sphere. So if it's 50 feet, its top, its bottom is going to be 0. And it's let's say it's at the top of the tree. It's going to be 100. Look what we got here. Candle. It's got to be a candle. We'll delete that. Oh, these are all candles. A lot of light in this tavern. This guy has got, what is this? It's a lantern. Candle. One of these is a candle and one of these is a lantern, it looks like. And I actually agonized over these choices here because you can move lanterns. It's weird to have them on, like, have them there, have them exist, you know? I try to, so that's one of the things when I'm making any of my maps that I agonize over is whether to put movable objects. Like these don't really matter. Chairs don't really matter, but stuff that the players might pick up, like scrolls or crossbows. Like, should I put that shit in there? That's a lantern. This is a stove, or candle. Did I miss one over here? Oh, that's the stove. All right. So I think I got them all. And what we're gonna do now is go back to this guy. Oh, wrong house. This guy's tiny house. And we're gonna copy this. And then we're gonna put it right here. And you can hold down Shift to make this work. It's kind of interesting that this is not, it shows it going through the wall. It doesn't go through the wall, but it shows it, this, oh, okay. I guess it just needed to update by me scrolling over it. Turn that off again. I mean, are we on the right level? We are on the right level. There's a candle there. Drag this, hold down Shift, boom. Once again, this is like my favorite, the favorite part of doing the making maps is the placing like lighting and shit inside the buildings. Building the walls of the building isn't that much fun for me. It's fun, but I have way more fun putting the interior shit together. I think that's just an interesting looking candle there. And there might be a lot of light overlapping, but it's okay. It does so if it's dim, it makes it bright if there's two overlapping. I was singing along to a song and I was like, oh wait, I can't do that. You guys can see me. And like, so this one, my idea is that this would be off. You know, they would only have the candle on. They would come in with the lantern, which once again, it's agonize over if that's even a good idea to have a lantern there. Hey, there's another sock. That's not really a sock in the drawingness of it. This is the way I would do it really fast. What is that? Oh, that's some mead. Okay. Any more? All right, then I just move all these, hold down Shift. Once they're all in, once we have enough of them on the thing, I just move them around. If they were all the same, I would do this really fast, but all right, now we're gonna go back and let's look at my notes here again. Lighting, torches and lanterns are 60-30. Candles are 10-5. I actually think it's supposed to be, let me look. I bet you, I think candle is supposed to be 5 dim, but I was like, good God, man. 5-foot radius. Yeah, it's supposed to be 5 for one step. For dim light only. Man, should I just put it that way? It makes them fucking useless. But it also makes that, man, I just did all that work. Let's make it that way. I know. Let's change this. Let's copy this over. Farm north-south. Known issues. Needs to fix light flickering, and basically the tokens can't walk on the roof. We're fixing that right now. None. No known issues. Let's put that at the bottom. And we'll put the lighting up here. Yeah, I remember now. I was shocked at how shitty the candles are. But we're gonna go back to 5 dim. I think the reason why that will cause it to be more sketchy when you're adventuring. 5 dim, and that's how this guy was actually set up already. You know, if you lighting is an often forgotten part of the adventures bag, you know, because they all have dark vision. Everyone wants dark vision, but if you get a setting where there's adventures with, you know, a bunch of humans or something. Well, that was a lantern. I love redoing my work, which is why I do it this way, where I change my mind halfway through. All right, that one didn't have any. That's a giant tree. Oh, you know what? There's a candle in here too. Glad we don't have to use candles in real life unless shit's gotten real bad. Man, I lived in this place once that didn't have electricity for a while, and we used candles. The massive amount of wax everywhere. You don't even think about it until it's everywhere. 0 copied. Copy 1. And it gets everywhere. So what I was talking about is if you have 2 candles right next to each other, it should turn this into a bright, this little area should be bright. Should be. Didn't seem like that worked over there. Don't see any more. Let's not forget this person's little candle in here. I don't know where it is. That's a lantern. Oh, maybe they don't have a candle in here. They just have a lantern. Alright. These candles are for ambiance, you know. They're in a tavern, but they're there. This one is for reading. Reading in dim light. Wasn't holding down shift. Would not be that amazing, honestly. This thing's moving through the wall there. Alright. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix. So this just has a couple of candles. I don't think they even have a lantern at all in this little building. This is supposed to be like a poorer. They do have. We'll put a thing on their stove though. So we're gonna find another. Here's a lantern. No, here's a stove. Let's get this stove. Let's delete this guy and let's put this. It's not a stove. It's a fireplace. Got that. Here's a lantern. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this lantern and double check. It's 60. We're going to check the Pathfinder rules. I'm assuming the Pathfinder rules are the same as D&D. I just had a typo in in there. Lantern bullseye. Let's go with hooded. 60-foot cone by 1 step. A bullseye lantern provides normal light in a 60-foot cone. That's a bullseye one. I want a hooded lantern sheds normal light in a 30-foot radius and increases the low light 1 for 30 feet beyond that. So this should be 30 bright and 60. Unless I'm reading those rules wrong. So that is right there. We're going to make the top 10, bottom 0 degrees. And we're going to fix this light color. I fucked around with the lighting and for a while was, I don't know, there's another map. Which one was this? It was this one. There was another map where I fucked around with this shit forever trying to get the best lighting. It's torch. Just making sure there isn't like a lantern option. And I think between 0 and 1, I think that color is the best color, because if you do white and they start overlapping, it gets so hardcore. We'll put a little test guy in here just to see, though. Oh, right, you're a bright vision guy. Let's go normal vision. Yeah, it looks normal. If you do, so I did white light before and in the city area, and it was just so overwhelming. It just like, as the DM, you can barely see anything. As the player, it just became this like this area of pain. All right, back to our lighting thing. We're going to copy this one, and we're going to replace all the lanterns. There's a lantern. I'll put it here. Consistency is basically what I'm looking for. That looks so much more orange when I move it around. I guess it's the roof that we're seeing. Let's fix this, though. Let's put this as a candle, too. Same look here. And then we'll copy this guy again. You just have a lantern in here? The druids. This is supposed to be like a druid hangout. And it was, so I had like these undead druids. They were like ghost druids, not like undead. Uwid the druid lived here. The undead druid. And this also is a lantern. It's just outside. So we're going to put it... Man, that does look so orange. It's only when I click on it, though. God damn it. I'm going to connect somebody to this. I'm going to connect a player here just to double check. We want normal light vision. What was this guy called? I think it was this guy. Nope. No, this is the cat. I don't want the cat. Log out. We want... whatever this guy is. Drow elf, maybe? Alright, Mr. Drow. That looks fine. I was worried it looked a little... it was going to look a little too orange. Not a big fan of this harsh line, but that's just how it is, and it's not the end of the world. Can he open this door? Yeah. Looks good. I didn't put any walls over these tables. I wonder why. Alright, let's delete my test guy out of here. And we're back to lighting changes. That's fixed, that's fixed. This is a stove. So let's copy this and put this over the... we'll put 2 of them. Each side, each burner, we'll put a little light coming out of there. What is that? I don't know what that is. I put it there at some point, and it's probably some kitchen utensil. They also had, oh, I got the wrong one queued up here. She has a lantern in here, so let's put this lantern here. So anyways, back to my talking about all the lanterns and stuff. I decided to err on the side of too many lights versus not enough. Because let's say that the DM's playing here. Oh, now see, this looks all bright. Oh, it's because it's the wrong, we got the wrong thing queued up. When did that happen? Because the DM can just say that lantern's gone. Yep, this lantern's wrong too. It was probably like this one. No. Here's our culprit. The DM can then just turn it off, you know. So it's, I decided it's better to have too many lanterns than not enough. Or even though they can pick it up, the DM can just say, yeah, it's missing, and then turn off the lights. Which I actually think this is like lighting and stuff. So Foundry does some stuff pretty amazing, but lighting is really good because if you like turn out the light, you know, they're like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm just gonna leave this candle on. And then you're like, all right, there you go. And then in the middle of the night, they get attacked by somebody. It's all dark and they're fumbling around. It's great. Let's get this thing out of here. It is great. Double check make sure I got the right one. What do we got over here? We got some, oh, I never put my candles in over here. What the fuck am I doing? I'm like missing out on everything. Here's a candle. Whoops. Trying to drag the screen there. We need a candle here. What is going on? Did I miss? Look at this. This thing's way over there. I must have like a wrong thing on my clipboard or something. It said I copied it. This is not a candle. That's a lantern. That's the issue. All right, let's make sure we got all the candles done first. I seem to be having some issues with knowing which things I have done. So let's do all candles first. And then we'll go back and do lanterns. Making sure I'm putting these kind of on top of those. Let's put two. This is a twofer as well, so we'll put two per side, or one per side. And we already did that. All right. Candles, candles, candles everywhere. Where was our last lantern that we know works? This one. And we got this one is, yep, it's the 0 through 10. Man, time flies. This is a 0 through 10 as well. Is it really the right thing? Yep. This one is not, though. No, it seems to think it is. All right, this one is not. You can see how white that one is. Is that the only lantern they got in here? We got these outside ones. They're not flickering either, so that was one of the things I wanted to fix. Was these outside lights to flicker. If they're set and they don't flicker, they look way worse. without the flickering, without the torch light setting. Let's double check. Let's pop this into daylight. And I'm just going to look around for stuff that I missed, but we're almost done. We're going to fix the trees next. And then this will be... I know you can see the texture of the roof through the building, but that's okay. Did I do this one? Yeah, I did. And that one's big. That one's good. Yep, that's all done. All right, so back to the walls. What we're gonna do, not those walls. I shouldn't have done those. I should have done those last. How tall does wheat get? I should Google that, but I'm not going to. We're gonna adjust all these to be 50 feet tall, and we're gonna go to here, and we're gonna put this on the tree level here. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna kind of select as many as we can at a time. We don't want them to be infinite. And I can't see that little, I can't select that wall, so I gotta be really careful here. We're gonna go and get all of these. We're gonna double click, and the wall height is 0 and 50. Wall direction both. Limited. Yep. And so how that works is if you see through this part, you can see through that part, but you can't see through this part. So these have all been adjusted to be in this level. So now we're gonna go, I'm gonna do these ones next. You know, I wonder if I can hold down like shift and add them. Nope. Hold down control and add. Nope. Alt. Nope. Guess I'll do is no. This is gonna be more of a pain than I thought. All right, let's do this one. We know this one. And we're just gonna go 50 and 0. We can do this fast now. All these we can get at once. And if we pick the same ones we got before, it doesn't matter because we're just changing them to the same shit. And on these ones, you can see I used like a lot of walls to draw the trees. I stopped doing that. I use less walls. Less walls are better. The less walls you can get away with, the better. And I know I'm going to miss one. I don't think there's any way around it. I'm going to miss. See, like one of these back here or something. It's not, and that won't be the end of the world, I guess. I probably could have drawn all the way over to that road, but I'm going to have a hard time keeping track of what I've done. So, did I get this one? I did, but I'm also getting this wall. How the fuck am I going to do that? Hey, that worked. I was thinking I'm going to get, if that worked though, then I don't need to worry about getting this other wall, I think. And we're making that tree 50. Did we do these ones? I think I did this one. Can't read that, it's too small. I can read that it says 0 though. 50 and 0. This one should be 100 feet. We'll make this one 100 feet. Nah, we'll leave it at 50. I feel like 50 feet isn't actually that tall for a tree. The trees in my backyard are, I feel like they're really tall. I feel very short when I stand next to them. Like, you look up and you're like, whoa, these things are fucking tall. And those are like, that's just some old lady used to own this house. I don't even know how long those trees have been there. 50 years? Like, it's not like trees in a medieval village, you know? It's not that type of craziness. I don't know, though. Would they be chopping these trees down all the time? Probably. For some reason, I'm stuck. I'm broken. Something's broken. That happens occasionally. That seems to be a levels thing when you get kind of stuck occasionally. Um, it's not the end of the world. He's kind of got to fuck around and stuff a little bit. $50 and 0. I could put another level with just for the trees, for that one tree. I think I got those, but let's do them again anyways. What's going on here? Why is this one so off-centered? It's right at the edge of the field there. I think I wasn't quite sure how to do that when I originally made this map. Like, what could overlap what? Because you can't overlap the map. Can't the trees can't overlap like walls and stuff. It's um, a weirdness with Dungeon Draft. All right, where are we at here? These guys? Those guys need it. What about you? We might be done here. And I'll show you the creature level, the flying creature level, and my idea for this to work. So I had my players fight a bunch of sturges, and they came zooming in over like a canopy in a jungle. And that's when I did it wrong. And it was after we were done. I was like, wait, there would have been a way better way to do this. All right, I think we got them all. Okay, so now for the flying creature level. This is my thought on this. So let's say this cat was flying, right? And we put him in, he's 350 feet in the air, right? Then this guy over here has a bow, and he wants to shoot this cat. So in the game, you can say like, look, this cat came in and he's 350 feet in the air. And then this guy's like, well, I'm going to shoot him with my bow. So so you would measure, you want to get it, what is it called? Calculate third side of triangle. All right. There's one of these, a triangle calculator online. It's not this one. I don't want to, all right, here. No, I don't want to do it. Here we go. It's a right calculator. So you use this thing. So this is why I was thinking I could have done this better, is I could have made So before, you know, you only can go up to the highest level. But if I put the flying creature level up there, maybe I don't even need that. Let's delete it and find out. Can this cat still be 500 feet in the air? It can. So it doesn't matter where this is. So let's say it's 300 now, just for the fuck of it. Yeah, so we don't need the flying creature level. But this was my idea. I should have put in the Sturges, you know, and said, okay, they're 300 feet in the air, and this guy, so with this normal test, we'd do a ruler, and we would measure, all right, he's 50 feet from that thing, and so on this thing, on A, we would say 50, and then, oh, not centimeter, it actually doesn't matter if it's what it's, then we're 300 feet here, it doesn't matter, these things don't matter, and then you calculate this, so he's 304 feet away, so then, you're like, why does that matter if it's so close? Well, it matters, I mean, if you added the distance 50 and then the 300, that'd be 350, so it's totally different. But also, let's say on his turn, this thing can only move, let's say its flying speed is the same as its land speed. So it flies 2, you know, we're going to change it down, so we're going to lose 60 out of here. Well, it'd probably fly 4. So you take 120 out of here. So that's 200, 180. And then you just pop this puppy in again. And hit calculate. And 186 is how far away it is. It's measuring, it's giving you this. And so what I could have had is the Sturges all coming in and they could pick and they could say, you know, because as a human, you would be able to tell that which one's closer. But on a map, it gets kind of confusing. But with levels, you can actually put this in here and have them flying all around. And so if, let's say this guy was on this roof, whoops, wrong tool, you know, I can just put him up here. I can subtract, you know, this is the same thing. I just did measure from here to here. He's 55 feet. And you subtract the 10 from, so 55, boom. And what was he? He was 10 feet, 170, calculate. There we go. That's how far away he is. 179, you know. And so the range thing comes into play a lot better. So that was the thing I was thinking about. Oh, wow. Basically, the reason I'm bringing it up is I wasn't using levels to its full capability, but with all these things set up, it's, you know, he shouldn't, in this guy, if I click on him, yeah, see, this guy can actually see over all the trees. What do we got going on here? You can't see that over that. Wonder why. No, that would work. No, would it? Let's look at these walls. Oh, these walls are fucked up is the reason. Let's fix the walls. That's fine, but we want these to be, how tall is it? Let's say 8 feet. I don't know how tall corn really grows. I'm not a farmer. Not from Kansas. I had a friend from Kansas. He knew a lot about Kansas stuff. All right, was that the only 2? Yep. All right, so back to this dude. So basically what I was thinking about is, so now this guy, he's flying around. He can see down into everything, you know, and he can see the roofs, like it all works out. And they can be shooting at him as he's flying around. He can change elevation too. So I could have done it that way, and I should have done it that way. And especially in the world I'm playing in where there's dinosaurs, so there's like pterodactyls and shit. But that's what I was thinking of. It has nothing to do with making maps, it's just that, well, it does, the levels thing. So that's why I set the trees to be like 50 or whatever. So this guy who's 10 feet up, he can't see through all the trees. You know, he can see through this though. You can see people moving around over there. So that's that. And that is it for me tonight. I gotta figure out what to do about Dungeon Draft and its inability for me to stream it. It's definitely a frustrating experience if I can't stream it. And his updates take months, and I don't think he'll even work on that update. It's not a priority, or does he care? You know, Maybe I will switch to this Clip Studio. They have tutorials on Clip Studio Paint. Map making brush bundle is free. It's a Google link where you're constantly making new brushes for Clip Studio art. Complete map making pack for free. I'm looking at Forgotten Adventures. So maybe I'll switch to that because DungeonDraft is really driving me crazy and it's not worth using. And I always talk about how much I hate advertising. And by streaming that, I'm basically advertising it, and I don't want to advertising a piece of shit product. There's actually a video game that I don't stream anymore because I was like, nope, I don't think I can ethically stream this video game because it's got ethical issues. Anyways, that's it for this. I am going to post these post this on my Discord just so people have a better idea of what the maps look like. I have very few map pictures on there, and I'll probably do a screenshot of all of them, and I'm going to update my map pack here, and I'll update it on Foundry too. So I'll do an update for basically just with this. And you know what I should do in here is I should have a change, not in here. In here, I should probably put a change log somewhere. Yeah, I'll do a change log. I'll start doing a change log from now on of what minor changes I did. So I'll do that too. But that is it for me for right now, and I will talk